We are back at Hattiesburg for its usual date as the second race of the Coors Light Cup Series season. On the pole for today's event is the 16 of Nelson Reeves. To his outside is the 5 of Dylan Berminian. Third is Landon Smith Jr. Fourth is Joey Cobra. Rounding out the top 5 is Nathan Orman. The rest of the qualifying order is on the left side of the screen. As the pace car already in, we are getting set for 40 laps around Hattiesburg. As they come to the green flag is out. We're racing here in Hattiesburg. .33 already down low. He'll take the lead away from Nelson Reeves early in this event. Has help from the 83 Nathan Ormond, who now goes to the inside. 3 wide back there, back in the pack, but it will be Landon Smith Jr. leading lap number 1. Reeves migrates to the outside, leaving room for Everminian to take over third, now second away from Landon Smith Jr., and maybe even the lead as he pulls to the inside of the 83. It doesn't look like he'll get that much of a run here going into 3, but maybe coming out of 4 he can come up with something. He will not be able to. Still using that inside line to his advantage, however, as he will get there but get pushed up the track by Jake Galloway, who makes a daring move to the inside, but he has barely any help down there, and Nathan Ormond will be able to block that off for now. Now here comes Jake Galloway trying to go to the inside, side by side to lead that lap. Was Nathan Ormond on the outside. And now Jake Galloway, your new leader, as he takes it away in 1 and 2. Everminian looking back to take back second, but Ormond going to block him off for now. Now here comes Jay Jefferson down on the bottom. Jefferson has won twice at Hattiesburg. There's been a wreck, but no caution. So Jefferson has won twice here at Hattiesburg before. He's looking to do it again in the second race of Season 5. But now the 33 of Landon Smith Jr. going to the inside of him, battling for a top 5 spot. Now looking for third here as the 21 of Jack Canoramo giving him a push. Let's see how many cars are damaged here, and it looks like not many unless the person who hit the wall is already out of the race. Let's see, yeah. So I guess DJ Reed had an accident in turn, I think it was turn 2, so he is out of the race. Did not bring out a caution, however, so we stay green. Just gonna check something right here. Yes, okay, so it just didn't bring out a caution, I guess, which is surprising because that accident kind of looked bad, as you see the skid marks come from the bottom of the track back up to the top. Probably hit that wall pretty hard. Smith Jr. nearly dive bombs it down in the corner, but he's going to stay on Jake Galloway's bumper and ride it throughout the entirety of the front straightaway. Trying to get to the inside, he will. And here's Casey Ananico also looking for third. Got a representation of all 4 manufacturers in the top 10 right now, about to be in the top 5 as that's the 77 trying to go to the inside of Dylan Berminian back there for 5th. But right now the top 4 stay single file, trying to formulate a move against one another, and preferably for the lead. Looks like Galloway will peak down here. Heading into 1, he will, and he'll get to the inside. So Jake Galloway back to the lead. Smith Jr. on the outside. And looks like Nanico will also be able to clear, as well as the 21. So Smith Jr. back to 4th. Maybe even back to 5th as he stays on the outside. With the 77 looking to get 4th away. Now Casey Nanico to the inside for the lead on the 96. Trey Smith now looking for 2nd, so that'll make a 777 in the top 2 right now. Look at that. Smith nearly made it 3 wide, but he still wants to go to the inside here in 1. He will. Eberminian's going to move both of them up the track and go 3 wide for the lead. Now they resort back to double file, but it looks like Eberminian will be in the preferred lane nonetheless. Smith Jr. is back up here, so it is a 6, now 7 car dogfight for this lead spot. Not quite the win yet. We're still early in this event, but that shows just how aggressive these drivers are willing to get. Contact between the 5 and 77. That will slow down Trey Smith and Casey Nanico and bring some other players into the fight. Here comes Logan Alexander and Max Rossi. But that gives a comfortable lead for the top 2 here, so a bit more spread out as they head down the front stretch. Allison Rain in the 09 joined earlier and took advantage of that whole near accident back there to get in the top 5, but she might lose it here unless I believe. Okay, that is 4th that they are battling for now, or is 5th. Oh, almost contact again with Rain and Rossi. Rain continues to fall out here. Jake Galloway might be able to make a move here with the 21, but he has to check up in the corner, leaving him susceptible to get passed by the 5 of Dylan Eberminian. Now Canaramo looking to be the leading candidate to take over the lead from Landon Smith Jr. He's been up front all race. Going to be dethroned here. Doesn't look like we'll catch any lap traffic yet. And was that Jay Jefferson back there? I'm not sure, but if it was, and he's fallen back quite a bit. So here comes the 21 of Jack Canaramo to the inside, but he will not take the lead away yet. In fact, Galloway is going to get back up here and take 2nd away from Canaramo. Almost filed in back behind, but not quite. He'll stay to the inside and try to take 2nd away in turns 1 and 2. Logan Alexander taking away 4th from Dylan Eberminian. All this behind Landon Smith Jr. as coming around to halfway soon. Can he close out the deal? 3 wide here for the 5, 42, and 21. As Dylan Eberminian not afraid to take 2 cars to his outside. That will separate, though, as the 5 still not backing down, as now he does. With some aggressive battling in the top 5 here. Trey Smith looking to the inside of Eberminian now. Now Logan Alexander looking for it to be a Chevrolet top 2. As he's made a huge move through the field. Could he possibly be the one to beat? I believe the top 7 now are in one pack. Here comes Jake Galloway. This is for 2nd here. Yeah, so the top 6 in one pack, as you see them all race around single file for now. As for the lead, here comes Alexander looking to take it away. And almost some contact between the 21 and 77. Canaramo up the track a bit. Here comes Alexander. Will he be able to clear? He will. But now Galloway will take advantage of the 42 going high. He'll get to the inside on the front straightaway. Smith Jr. looking back here as the 42 trying to side draft does not work, but he'll take third instead of going back all the way outside the top 5. Smith Jr. came back after some contact with some other drivers in the race involved Casey Nanico, who I think still hasn't quite recovered yet. But Trey Smith has, looking to the inside of Jake Galloway for this race lead. Now Alexander looking to take it back, but I don't think he can quite yet. He'll get to the inside here, but his sight is set right now on Jake Galloway. He'll have to take him out first and then go for the 77. Oh, contact with those two back there and around into the wall. That will bring out the first caution of the day halfway into this event as the cars pile in on the inside lane there. So the caution is out. That'll give damage to quite a lot of cars here. Oh, and they're still wrecking back there. The 19 of Carter Friesen up and over. The 09 heavily damaged. Hopefully the leaders do not pile in here. They look like they're going slow, and then we got another car upside down. It's Evan Hunter. So that's one of the things with Hattiesburg, I guess. The grip is so strong on this racetrack that sometimes there's just no way to avoid piling into an accident when they slide back down like that. So it all started with Jack Canaramo making contact with Jake Galloway. I was thinking they were going to go caution free here since no one has really wrecked yet. And usually the wrecks happen in the back, so I think it might be a combination of the 21 coming up and the 96 going down, but either way, that will take both of them out of this race. And then they come down the racetrack due to the banking, the 21 up on top of the 24 for a second there. And that clogs this entire inside line up. And that just looked like rain was at a bad spot when they were clogged up here with the 26's front end to her quarter panel. So we'll have to play it slowly here. Yeah, that's just what happened. I don't think it was really intentional, but that up there might have been. I'm not quite sure. As these guys, they just couldn't really get off each other, and into the wall they went. Friesen barrel rolls once, but gets back on all fours. But they're still not done wrecking, as... Oh, yeah, oh, there's other cars going upside down. That's Rakowski, too. So, first caution of the season. Could have been 2 caution-free races in a row. We know that the Daytona 500 went caution-free, and this one was looking like it, but then we have the first 3 flips of the season and 1 accident, and it was a quite slow accident at that. So, one of the weirdest wrecks we've seen here at Hattiesburg so far, as maybe we can get another view of this to see why this whole debacle happened here. I guess they couldn't really get sped up apart from each other, and that put Hunter into the wall, flipped him over, Rakowski as well. So how did this happen? I assume that would be the same situation. See, the 36 got around right there. Yeah, it was just with Rakowski and Reeves, so they just couldn't get off each other, and into the wall they went. So that was quite a lot to unpack, but Trey Smith, it is your leader after this wreck. As let's see if we get the one to go. Yeah, we were under replay for a long time. I think that is it. So Trey Smith, Logan Alexander, Landon Smith Jr., Dylan Berminian, and Cosimo Aru, who hasn't been in the top 10 already. So a good job for them getting back up here. And here are the lappers: Corey Raymond, Carter Friesen, and Markowski, I believe. Everyone else is out. Cole Raymond also a lap down. And I believe, okay, after the race we will check out the DJ Reed accident. But for now, the pace car heads in, getting set for a restart, coming to 10 to go at Hattiesburg. 77 just left them in the dust there. Oh, it's because the 42 didn't get going. So Logan Alexander, with some sort of mechanical issue, he is slow. And that's going to hold up this pack. Does he have damage? It doesn't look like he does. So, and this is some pretty dangerous racing back here. I wouldn't be surprised to see another caution. So hopefully they stay off each other. But that will ruin some people's days. Nathan Stapleton down pit road. Landon Smith Jr. versus Trey Smith right now, as Smith Jr.'s teammate Aru in the third position, so two Childress cars in the top 5. Kyle Hunter and Nathan Ormond right now battling. Kyle Hunter we haven't seen much of today. Ormond was up front earlier today, but kind of fell back. He has resurfaced. Here comes the 88 of Cole Raymond. Question is, will we catch lap traffic? We just might. They are quite slow. They're heading through turns 3 and 4 now, as the pack heads through the backstretch. Alright, so your battle for the lead, coming to 6 to go right now, consists of Trey Smith and Landon Smith Jr. Smith Jr. gets to the inside, side by side down the backstretch. Looks like Cole Raymond has taken over third, so he'll be one to gun down these two if something does happen with the lap cars. We are approaching quickly. 5 to go at Hattiesburg. How will lap traffic play a part in this event? Looks like Smith will back out from that. Smith Jr. will take over here. As we catch our first lapper, it's Carter Friesen. He flipped over earlier today, and that will punch up the pack again. But I saw that 88 get back in the wall there, so a bit of contact with the wall for Cole Raymond. That will put him back there. As now we're catching our other lapper, Jaworkowski. He will slow up to 33 here. Oh, into the wall goes the 33. And what just happened there? Yep, a big wreck. And that will give to Trey Smith the win. What a confusing turn of events. And into the wall goes Smith on the pace lap. Yeah, we're going to have to look at that. Not quite sure what happened as the 33 and someone else got together. I didn't really see much of it. Okay, it was the 6. Okay, it looks like Smith Jr. looking to get away from Jarakowski, goes to the inside, but the 6 is there. Then he goes back up the racetrack. Has it saved for a bit? Had to check if we were still under green. So sometimes this track, it's wild, but it's also confusing. Okay, that's what actually brought out the caution. So Landon Smith Jr. and Kyle Hunter getting together did not actually bring it out. It was the 88 spinning around with the 44, and that brought the field into a big pileup once again. Luckily not as big as the last one, but a few more cars actually going around in this one. Alright, so looks like Nathan Orman will take second with all of that. Cosimo Uru and third. Dylan Arminian with damage, and quite a bit of it to his side. At that. He is fourth. Christian Vargas, obviously, you're going to be your points leader after today. Gets another top 5. 2 for 2 of those, is obviously his other top 5 was the Daytona 500. He won that. Max Rossi up here. Joe Jefferson. Will Parrish. Landon Smith Jr. still in the top 10, but obviously going to be frustrated after that whole incident there. He could have had a top 2 or maybe even a win. And look at this, Owen Miles with the top 10 result here today. Not much of him earlier in the race, but he found a way up there. Probably took advantage of a bit of the carnage, but still a good rally from the 9 driver. So Trey Smith, looks like the lap car situation definitely played in his favor as it caused the final caution of the day as we come around in the white flag with the back straightaway for the final time. Looked like a pretty calm race at Hattiesburg in terms of incidents, but then the accident with the 96 and 21 happened, and then obviously the caution to end the race. Trey Smith Jr. Was the leader, and he will come out of turn 4 and into the quad oval with the pace car in front of him. He will be your winner at the Hattiesburg Raceway as they come to the checkered flag. Trey Smith wins at Hattiesburg. What a race this has been. Top 10 pretty much already covered. We've got a few retirees. That's Corey Raymond and Aria Carmona, both retired from this race. Stephen Cole and Nathan Stapleton both a lap down, as I believe they ended up going down pit road at the end. Rakowski and Friesen both flipped. They ended up this race 2 laps down, but behind the 2 retirees. That might just be because they crossed the finish line and then retired because their pit box was after after the finish line. What am I doing? Kyle Hunter retired from that accident. He obviously had some pretty hard contact with the rear of the 70 or the 33. Took him out of the race, even though he kind of saved the car. Could have not been a caution, but some contact with the 88 and 44 caused some spin. Okay, so that will do it for race 2. Looking like a wild season so far already. As The 500 may not have been this drama-filled and chaotic, but it sure was uh, action-packed. We have people stopping on pit road now. Let's just go to victory lane with the 77 at Trey Smith, your winner at Hattiesburg. Thank you for watching the Coors Cup Series. We'll see you next time.